Hi Year 6 and welcome to your Leavers Assembly. This is not the Leavers Assembly you deserve, nor imagined, I'm sure, whenever you started at the school. It's a time to celebrate the amazing journey you've been on during your time at Great Missenden, the highs and the lows, and while I'm sure there'll be some sadness at the fact that you're leaving and potentially moving on from some friends, it's also a time of excitement if you move on to a new journey and new experiences at your new school as well. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Year 6 and this is their time at Great Missenden School. Enjoy.
Although this has not been the usual Year 6, we still loved it. Year 5, we know you'll have the best time next year. 6K will now sing Join Year 6. The future is uncertain. We cannot be sure where we will be or what we'll be doing in 5 years' time. Year 6 will now share Dr. Seuss's Oh the Places You'll Go.
Congratulations, today's your day. You're off to great places and you're off and away.
You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose.
You're on your own and you know what you know.
And you are the guy who will decide where you'll go.
You'll look up and down streets, you'll look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there.
With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street.
And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town.
It's opener there in the wide open air.
Out there things can happen, and frequently do,
to people as brainy and footsie as you.
Then things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew.
Just go right along, you'll start happening too.
Oh, the places you'll go.
You'll be on your way up.
You'll be seeing great sights.
You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed.
You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead.
Wherever you go, you'll be the best of the best.
Wherever you fly, you'll top of the rest.
Except when you don't.
Because sometimes you won't.
I'm sorry to say, but it's sadly true.
But bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you.
You'll get all hung up in a prickly perch.
And your gang will fly on, you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump.
And chances are then that you will be in a slump.
And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun.
And slumping yourself is not easily done.
You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you can sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win?
And if you go in, should you turn left or right 3/4, or maybe not quite?
Or go around back and sneak in from behind. Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for we might make it up to make up his mind.
You'll get so confused that you'll start into a race down long wiggle roads at breaknecking pace.
And grind on for miles through weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, towards the most useless place, the waiting place.
For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go.
For the mail to come, or the rain to go, for the foam to rain, or the snow to snow.
Or the waiting around for a yes or a no, or the waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting.
Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite.
Or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for your Uncle Jake, a pot to boil or a better break.
Or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting.
No, that's not for you.
Somehow you escape all that waiting and staying.
You'll find bright places where boom bands are playing.
With banner flip flapping once more, you'll ride high.
Ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of a guy.
By the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won.
And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all.
Fame. You'll be as famous can be. The whole wide world watching you win on TV.
Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't.
I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play games against you.
Games you can't win, because you'll play against you.
All alone whether you like it or not.
Alone will be something, you'll be quite a lot.
And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants.
There are some down the road between hither and yon
That can scare you so much you won't want to go on.
but on you'll go, though the weather be foul.
On you'll go, though your enemies prowl.
On you will go, though the hack and cracks howl, onward up many a frightening creek.
Though your arms may get sore.
And your sneakers may leak.
On and on you will hike, and I know you will hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are.
You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure, when you step, step with care and great tact.
And remember that life is a great balancing act.
Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mess up your right foot with your left.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed.
Year 6, you'll move mountains.
So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai, Ali, Van Allen, O'Shea.
You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting.
So get on your way.
Thinking back to our time at Missenden, we have so many fond memories. We've laughed together, cried together, and built some friends for life. Success will now sing a beautiful school.
From the day we started.
all the years we've been at this school, we have been helped, supported and encouraged by all the adults. We would like to say thank you to everyone who helped shape us into the individuals we are today, in particular.
Dear Madam Hemsworth, thank you very much for being such an amazing languages teacher. I loved all of your lessons and you are such an inspirational teacher. I want to be like you when I'm older. Thank you so much. Oscar from Success.
I would like to thank Miss Bassett for really supporting me over the course of Year 4 and giving me confidence in myself.
I would like to thank Miss Carter the First. She has been one of my favourite teachers. She has always been doing fun lessons with me and the rest of the class. I would like to thank her a lot.
I would love to say a huge thank you to the star LSA of 5M, Miss Dale. The reason for nominating her is this. She's always there whenever you have a query or trouble. Whenever the mood was down, she'd always have a smile on her face, and all of the happy memories she's given me from various different trips.
I would like to thank Mr. Austin. He has helped me improve in football for over 3 years now, and it's sad to realise this may be my last year here. Besides helping, he has been a very funny and jokey teacher to be around. Thank you for everything.
I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Brown because whenever we have a problem he will fix it. Whenever I'm down he'll tell me one of his weird and wacky jokes that can be heard from the whole school. Thank you for keeping the school running. Without you the school wouldn't be the same.
Dear Mr. McGee, thank you for being an incredible head teacher this year and through lockdown. It was really funny when you came into our classroom on the History Maker's tricycle.
Thank you, Miss Tang, for being a laugh to the school. Every day you come into the 6E classroom and say, "Morning or have a great day." No one can beat your spot as a deputy head, as you have a great personality. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Beckford. Throughout Year 6, I've got to know you better, and even more now as I've been learning in your brilliant bubble. Every second of my time learning with you has been so enjoyable and fun. I'll really miss you when I leave.
I would like to thank Mrs. Doran because she has helped me with my spellings. She's helped me be more confident with anything I do. She is a kind and hard-working LSA. I will miss her loads.
I would like to thank Mrs. Economou for helping me with cooking and all manner of other lessons. Her smile brings joy to all who see it.
To Mrs. Hulbert, you are simply the best music teacher in the whole wide world. I have got to thank you for all of your hard work, from all the clubs you run to lessons and shows. You are particularly special to me because I have been in so many clubs run by you, like rock band and orchestra. You have helped me so much, especially the time when Nellie and Caitlin were ill on the day of the show, and you helped me cover for them. I could not have done it without you. Also, you have been an amazing teacher in our bubble. You always try to make everything as fun as possible. Thank you so much.
I'd like to say thank you to Miss Kennedy because you've pushed me so far and you've helped me during Year 6 and I'll never forget you. Thank you so much.
I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Lee for many great memories over the past 5 years. My favourite being making the DT camp twice.
I want to say thank you to Mrs. Mullen because she is so funny and smart. I will always remember the song she taught us about dividing fractions. Dividing fractions is easy as pie, flip the second fraction and multiply. Thank you, I remember you forever.
Dear Miss Patch, thank you for making me smile every day. When I leave this school, I'm really going to miss your cheeriness. Thank you for teaching me when Year 6 came back after lockdown. You're my favourite Miss Patch.
The staff member I want to say thank you to is Mrs. Tarling for being with me for almost every year. I wouldn't change anything about her. She is perfect and I can't stress how lucky you are she is your LSA. I will miss her greatly when I leave, and she doesn't only hold a place in this school, she holds a place in my heart. Thank you, Mrs. Tarling.
I'd like to say a massive thank you to Mrs. Villian. She has helped me through some tough times and I will never forget that. I love you, Mrs. V. Love Amber.
I would like to say thank you to Miss Janowski. Thank you, Miss Janowski, for helping me with the things I need help and giving me good advice for next year. I will miss you.
I would like to thank Mr. Kim for being my teacher. I loved having him and he made me grow every day. I would like to say thank you for listening to me, working with me and making me feel special. From Evelyn.
I would like to say my thank you to Mr. Sperring for being so supportive this year. We can all agree distance learning was a tricky phase, but you have made it so much more easy.
I love waiting for your feedback and sending you funny pictures and Lego videos. You have taught me so much this year and I feel so much more prepared for Year 7. I will not forget you in secondary. Thank you.
My biggest thank you will be going towards an amazing teacher who makes me smile every time I attend class. I could have never asked for a better distance learning experience. It's the fantastic Miss Cartwright II. Within the first week back to school, my mum was working and Miss Cartwright was so kind and was allowing me to stay in the class before and after school. You gave me the best Year 6 experience. Year 6 has been very complicated, but you made it so enjoyable. Thank you so much and I will miss you so much. From Violet.
We've certainly changed as we've made our way through the years, from struggling to reach door handles to leading house assemblies in front of hundreds of children. 6E will now sing Change and Grow.
Our secondary schools. From there, the world is our oyster. We have all been thinking about what we'd like to be when we're older.
inside of me. They took away the prophet's dream for a prophet on the street. Now she's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow. All his life he's been told he'll be nothing when he's old. All the kicks and all the blows, he won't ever let it show. 'Cause he's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. It's all superhuman strength to fly. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. It's all superhuman strength to fly. All the hurt, all the lies, all the tears that they cry. When the moment is just right, you see fire in their eyes. 'Cause he's stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. It's all superhuman strength to fly. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. It's all superhuman strength to fly. Every hour turn the pain into power. Every day, every hour turn the pain into power. Every day, every hour turn the pain into power. She's got a lion in her heart, a fire in her soul. He's got a beast in his belly that's so hard to control. 'Cause they've taken too much hits, they go blow by blow. Now light him at stand back, watch him explode. She's got a lion in her heart, a fire in her soul. He's got a beast in his belly that's so hard to control. 'Cause they've taken too much hits, they go blow by blow. Now light him at stand back, watch him explode, 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 explode. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. It's all superhuman strength to fly. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. It's all superhuman strength to fly. Every hour turn the pain into power. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. It's all superhuman strength to fly. Every hour turn the pain. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been working every day and night. It's all superhuman strength to fly. Every day, every hour turn the pain into power. Every day, every hour turn the pain into power. Every day, every hour turn the pain into power. She's got a lion in her heart, a fire in her soul. He's got a beast in his belly that's so hard to control. 'Cause they've taken too much hits, they go blow by blow. Now light him at stand by.
And so the Year 6 Cups. Now this is a chance for us to do shout outs for certain people for outstanding achievement, outstanding growth mindset, going the extra mile in sport. Lots of different wonderful cups to celebrate all the things that you have done this year and the wonderful people that you are becoming. Before we get into that though, I want to just say a few things. It has been a really, really hard year for you, for the staff, your parents. We've gotten through what has been a very difficult challenge together. And I've been really, really proud of you every step of the way. In all the work that you've done, your attitude to coming back into school, to get on with things, and to not let the situation deter you from getting on with school and enjoying yourself and making wonderful progress. I'm a huge fan of the school and everything the school does, and you are just the best example of what we're trying to do. Your growth mindset, the way you push yourselves and support each other, it makes us really, really proud and reminds us why we go to school, why we do what we do for a living. So thank you, Year 6. I've loved getting to know you and I'm so proud of you, and I know whatever you choose to do in the future, you will absolutely crush it. If you need us at any time, you've always got our support. You know where we're going to be. We're always going to be in your corner. We will always support you. We think the world of you, and we know you guys will go on to great things in the future. So, on to the cups. Lots of different cups, and every single person will get a shout out, be it for a nomination or for winning the cup. I wish every single person could get a cup, but we haven't got 90 cups, and I'm really sorry about that. So, here we go. The cups are to acknowledge all the wonderful things you've done in sports, in growth mindset, pushing yourselves in lessons, and just so you know, it was really, really hard, because when I think about this year 6, so many of you could win so many of the awards. It was really hard for us to decide who gets what cup, because you guys are just the best, and we've been so pleased with everything you've done. So if you get a cup or nomination, just know this: you are amazing. You make us really proud, and we think you're fantastic. Enjoy the cups, enjoy your summer holidays, and good luck next year, guys. You will smash it. Thanks.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best of you too. Don't forget me, I think I remember you say sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. You know how the time flies. Only yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory days. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I think I remember you say sometimes it lasts in love.
As we conclude our Leavers Assembly, all of Year 6 will be singing our Leavers song. Tissues at the ready!
This is our Leavers song.
Year 6, that is how you do a Leavers Assembly. We're almost there, and as teachers, we just want to say a few words before you start your final day activities. I just want to start by saying a few thank yous, and then I'm going to hand over to Mr. Kemp and Ms. Cutright. My first thank you is to the staff of Year 6. This year has been challenging. I don't think I've ever said that more in any year. Our LSAs, though, have been absolutely amazing throughout. They've helped you make unbelievable progress, and they've run the bubbles post-lockdown. Mr. Kemp, Ms. Cartwright, you are truly inspirational, such fun to work with, and you can see how much you care. Children, you have been very lucky. My second thank you to the parents. You faced your own challenges this year. I can only imagine your initial thoughts when you first heard we were locking down and there was no initial date for when we were going to reopen. You've made sure your children are best prepared for secondary, and by the looks of it, had a lot of fun doing so. I'm sure if you're like me though, you'll be grateful if you never have to do that again. And my last thank you, of course, is to the children. You've made history, and I've no doubt we're going to be talking about this for years to come. You've been part of it. You've balanced distance learning with the temptations of home life, especially the craze of Tok-Tick or TikTok. Speaking of which, my final present. I'm thanking you. We've had some fun, you got learning done, I'm thanking you. You're moving on, you'll soon be gone, I'm thanking you. We'll miss you all, you've had a ball. Terrible. Not sure how that is a craze. Anyway, genuinely, children, you are the best. And with the attitude that you've got and you've shown this year, there's nothing that you can't achieve. Go and get it. Mr. Kemp, anything you want to add?
So Year 6, this is it. This is our final farewells. I'm signing you guys out for the last time. It's been a wonderful few years. I have followed your year group up all the way back since Year 3 and taught every single class in this year group. And I cannot honestly say there have been a better bunch of children than you guys. You re-inspired me and you brought back my passion for teaching, and I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. In the future, you guys will do great things. With that correct growth mindset, you're all going to be brilliant. Make sure you believe that and go off and be a hero. Take care.
We are so proud of you for all that you have done and have achieved this year. It's definitely not been the easiest year, and a year that any of us had got planned. You've had to face things that no other Year 6 cohort have had to do, but I believe that all of these experiences will help you as you move up to secondary school. You have learned some valuable skills. As your teachers, we are proud of your hard work that you have put into everything this year. We have had tears in difficult maths lessons. We've had difficult days during distance learning. We've had the look of pure bewilderment as you during grammar lessons and whole writing sessions where you've only been able to produce a couple of lines. But through all of this at school and at home, you have persevered. You have shown the Great Missenden growth mindset, and you have tackled everything that has been thrown at you. Think about long division. Think about passive voice. Think about all the times you've had to analyse what the author is talking about within text. You've done such fantastic jobs. These are not easy things to do, and you've done them so well. The progress you have all made during your time at the school has been phenomenal. Not just this year, okay? All of the years that you've been here. This is not an accident. Look back and see the amazing journeys all of you have made, and you could have not done it without your commitment, your perseverance, your resilience in all the things that you have done. But we can't only talk about the academic progress that you have made. We need to think about all the other things that you have managed to do. You've got incredible talents that you've had a chance to, that you've given us a chance to see. You've been part of the sports teams. It was great hearing about all the competitions you've taken part in, hearing about the great achievements that you've, all the things that you've done outside of school, the musical instruments you can play, the amazing artworks and dances that you are able to create with such passion. We are so proud that you are able to cook now with such amazing dishes. You are able to run enterprise stalls, and you're able to speak clearly and loudly during class assemblies. You are leaving for your new schools and the new challenges of a new place. Remember that you can do anything that you put your mind to. and show your growth mindset to give it a go and persevere until you get it right. You have amazed us with your talents and your hard work, and it is now time to show someone new and impress someone else by being the best that you can be. Remember the lessons that you have learned here in this fantastic school and special school as well, the lessons in truth, love, respect, courage, community and faith. From all of the Year 6 team, it has been a genuine pleasure to come to work and spend time with you, to teach you, to laugh with you, to share your highs and all of the lows as well of this year. You were there for us as much as we were there for you, and we can't thank you enough for getting through this challenging year. Go be amazing people, and we wish you all the luck in the future. Now that concludes our Year 6 Leavers Assembly. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it and sharing all of the fantastic things that we have done. We hope that you all have a fantastic summer. You definitely deserve it. Have a good one.